Hello, beautiful people. I gotta tell you, this is the third time I've started to make this video. The first time I said something that I probably shouldn't have said, so I don't edit. I just give you, you get me, you get how I am. So I stopped and then I restarted, and my husband um, is working on some stuff across the road at my mama's, and he sent me some pictures, and that zapped my video. So that's kind of funny. Um, so I wanted to give you an update on where we are and what we're doing and all that's gone on. I had done a video, and I'm still going to post it because I want you to meet my friend Seymour. Seymour is no longer with us, but I do want you to meet him. We went into contract. We went on to Realtor.com on a Friday night. We were in contract on a Tuesday, and we were all ready to move. We lined up the movers, got my schedule all rearranged so that we could take care of that. The Amish people were going to let us start bringing some of our stuff down in and put it in the barns ahead of time so that we could be out of here, because it takes a long time to move all this stuff. The blacksmith shop, the quilt shop, the animals. I mean, we were freaking out because the people who were buying our house wanted no inspection, and they were just about ready to close. So we got it all lined up and ready to go, and their financing didn't go through. They had a letter promising them money, and I'm guessing that's what didn't go through. So we're back on the market. The market has all but stopped because of the elections and the interest rates. So we're just waiting and to see what God has planned for us. But in the meantime, like I said, we didn't stack wood, we didn't do anything, and now we're preparing for dark winter. I know we thought it was going to be dark winter last year, and the electric companies were saying there was going to be rolling power outages and things like that, and it didn't happen. This year I'm more confident that it's going to happen than ever. You've seen everything going on in the news, you've seen all the distractions and all the things, and I'm just concerned. So, and I like to be prepared for winter anyway. When you have a farm, there's always something you can be doing. Doesn't matter what the weather is. It doesn't matter what season it is. There's always something to be done. So I'll show you one of the things that we had put off. The chicken silo. This is a covered lean-to for Hubs to put the firewood. He decided that he wasn't going to do it, and then once we didn't go into contract, doesn't matter if we need it or whoever buys the house needs it, at least it's here now. I was kind of ouchy about the fact that he still did it if we were still committed to selling, but I get it. We need to protect that firewood if we're going to be here. So he's working on that. He's cutting and splitting wood. Today he's replacing the mower deck on our lawn tractor so we can mow the grass one more time. And because I haven't been planting anything, I started cleaning out the beds, but I really haven't like gung-ho cleaned out the beds and gotten them ready for winter. So that's my job. Today I'm going to plant garlic, and I'm going to work on some of the garden beds. Then when it's raining tomorrow, or whenever it's supposed to rain, I will get in the high tunnel and start working in there. I did get a lot of those beds cleaned out, but it's not done. It's, for some reason, the high tunnel's never done. It's just kind of odd. But we have sent all of the quail to freezer camp, so we wouldn't have to move them. And that's fine too, because we are going to go with the jumbo Paternix quail the next time. We have some friends in Southern Ohio who are going to hook us up, and that's all taken care of. And that's kind of where we are. So I would encourage you that the birds are also trying to encourage you to make sure you're out there and you're getting the things done that you need to do for winter. Let's get those lamps filled. Let's get make sure that we've got an alternate source of power. We now have another generator, so we have 4. And we also have a hawk who thinks he's here for dinner. And hang on here, I'll show you. He's See him? Trying to zoom and hold this at the same time, and it's not working. Oh well. He's coming back over. I do believe it. He thinks he's coming for lunch. So I encourage you to try to get those things done. You know, if you want to, you know, if you don't have an outside space where you have things that you need to get done to prepare for winter, canned beans, meat. When you can find it on sale, buy it. We're still in the food industry experiencing a lot of issues with food shortages, and I would tell you the story about my husband and turkey, but it's kind of embarrassing. Oh, what the heck. So I told him that we weren't going to have any turkeys, that they were going to be, hard to get for Thanksgiving. I've been telling him that since May. I'm a rep for a major turkey company, and with the new strain of avian bird flu that's gone through, we've lost millions of birds. So I told him in May, and I told him in June, I told him in July, I told him in August, I told him September, I told him October. He goes to the grocery store 2 weeks ago, and he comes home and he goes, "Hun, I don't know what to tell you. We might have to have rabbit for Thanksgiving because I can't find a turkey." I just about lost my ever-loving mind. And it wasn't because I am a princess and I have to have turkey, but it was the whole principle of the thing that I had been warning him. He did not heed my warnings. So I just looked at him and I said, "Babe, I don't care how far you have to drive. You're going to go find me a turkey for Thanksgiving." So anyway, we have a turkey. And we also have a commitment to make sure we're raising turkey next year. I like to eat turkey once a year, and that's for Thanksgiving. And other than that, I'm either way. We do use ground turkey a lot for cooking in replace of beef and pork, like for chili and things, just because it's healthier, and it's never been an issue before. It's always been obtainable. So anyway, I digress. The food shortages are going to be worse, but not worse. What you're going to see is less selection. You're going to see maybe, 2 types of Pop-Tarts instead of 5. You're going to see maybe you can only get 2 kinds of chicken patties instead of 10. I don't know. What they're doing is they are rationalizing SKUs, which in a nutshell means they're not making as many items available so they can produce a lot of what they do have. The turkey market is, pretty well been toasted in the last 2 months, and now it's really slamming on the chicken market as those birds migrate south. A lot of the turkey market comes from like the Minnesota area. So as the birds migrate south, they carry that avian flu, and their droppings are now depositing on where all the chicken farms are, which is pretty much Midwest. There's a lot in the Arkansas, Missouri, around in that area. I know Tyson has a lot of birds there, and not just Tyson, but just because we looked at a farm that was once a Tyson chicken farm down in Arkansas. So I don't want to sound conspiracy theorist, because I really don't feel like I am. But in some ways, I feel like I need a tinfoil hat. And I know you're feeling the same way, because you're hearing about this and you're not hearing about that. You're hearing about this and you're not hearing about that. Tune it all out. Because honestly, what's going to happen, you can't control. I can't control it. You can't control it. All we can control is how we deal with it. And for me, that's in prayer and preparation. Prayer and preparation are my 2 biggest tools. I make sure that if the power goes out, I can still cook, I can still clean, I can still heat my home, I can still take care of my family. And if the elections don't go the way I want, and I feel like I need to, or the way that somebody else wants, because either way, I feel like there's going to be a lot of chaos that week after the elections, no matter who wins and no matter who loses. And that's a shame, because we've been divided. We've allowed ourselves to be divided, and we don't want to be divided. We all have the same goals in life. We just want to live our life and be happy. We just want to live in a democracy. That's why we're here. And we've allowed division to come in between us, and we need to take that back. We can't allow them to do that to us, but we can't affect what's going to happen. So if I feel like I'm going to be stuck home for that week after the elections, then I'm just going to make sure that I'm as comfortable as possible while I'm doing it. And I would just encourage you to do the same thing. I would encourage you to think positive thoughts. And if you are a believer the way we are, I would encourage you to spend a little extra time reading your Bible, studying, meditating, finding those scriptures that are going to lift you up when you need a lift. And I've actually started posting on my Facebook page because I'm not gonna lie, I've been in a hole. Both of us were pretty far down for a couple days, and then we had to get in the Word, and we had to study, and we were just praying and saying, give us discernment, show us your will. We're here. We appreciate all that we have been allowed to be stewards of. Give us discernment for our next steps. And once we turned all that over and allowed God to say, look, I've got this. You just keep doing what you're doing. This is all in my hands. And I think we all need to do that, because again, you can't control it. I can't control it. But what we can do is we can control how our life is through it. And the only way to get through it, for me, is a lot of time on my knees and a lot of time with fellowshipping with God. So until next time, friends, I know I've rambled. Be blessed and be a blessing.